What's up, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming and checking me out. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. If you like what I have to say, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Share this video with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. Comment. I love all the comments. All the comments you guys left over the last video was amazing. If you've been here before and you continue to come back and support me, thank you very, very much. I have big goals for this channel, and you guys are really helping me fulfill them every day with all the support that you give. And I know I say this a lot, but thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it. I want to talk to you guys today about scalping, about MSRP, about a lot of these different terms that get thrown around in the community. I think there are some misconceptions that go along with them, and I kind of want to give my opinion on things and then maybe get your feedback and what you guys think. So please leave a comment down below about what you think about the topic, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. So there's really no right or wrong. It's just what we feel inside is right and ethical, and this is the way that myself and Papa Blastoise feel and how we want the Coliseum to represent ourselves. So I've been dealing with scalping for a long time as a business owner. So for the past 5 years, I've been in business. The Coliseum is about 6 months old now, but before that, I was an owner of another company, and we would vend regional events. So we would buy a booth at regional events, and we would set up shop basically for a Pokemon regional tournament. And we would work all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, buying and selling cards with 3 or 4 or 5 other vendors. We would pay a large amount of money to have this booth and to have this opportunity. So sometimes it would be $3,000-$4,000 that we would pay just to set up shop for that weekend. And basically our main goal would be to buy as much inventory as we possibly could at a discounted rate, so that way we could get home and sell it on TCG Player, or sell it on our website, or sell it on Amazon. And we would use those events. You would live event to event to try and get as much inventory as you can, and also sell some cards and get to know the community a little bit better. So the term scalping to me is basically a backpack vendor. It's somebody who goes to these events. They go and they don't pay any money to get a booth. They're selling cards out of their backpack. They're buying cards with the money that they have in their backpack, and they basically just go to these events so that way they can get more inventory and sell cards. But they don't pay for the booth. They don't. These people aren't people who are probably paying taxes. They probably don't have an LLC. They're just people who are going to take advantage of a vulnerable area where they know a lot of card collectors will be. So today's scalpers are still prevalent in our business because they go around and they buy up all of the market at MSRP, or they buy up all the market at a discounted rate because they're buying so much, and then they turn around and sell them at a 50% markup or 100% markup, or some cases even higher than that. These are the people who you see 5, 6, 7 times a week at Target, Best Buy, Walmart, buying up all the product that they can that they think they'll be able to flip right away, so that way they can get a profit. These are the people who are turning around, they're going home, they're selling it on Facebook Marketplace, or just on a different social media outlet, or their eBay store, or something like that. I am totally okay and totally fine with people who want to try this out, people who want to buy cards and then try and turn around and flip singles, people who are like, I'm going to try this without going all in. I'm not going to open up an LLC yet. I'm not going to form a business. But when you're somebody who's talking about buying thousands upon thousands of dollars of product just to turn around and resell immediately, then you should probably get a reseller's permit. Then you should probably get a business license. And that's part of what this video series is all about. It's to give information to people who are out there who are doing it the wrong way. So that way they can maybe take a step back and be like, I should probably do things the right way. So back to MSRP for a second. MSRP stands for Manufacturer Suggested Retail Pricing. And we at the Coliseum do whatever we can to make sure that we hold true to that. Every once in a while we will get away from that, but that only happens when we have to buy products secondhand or third hand. So for example, we just bought a bunch of Champions Path Elite Trainer Box cases that we had on the website. We bought all of those for $700 a piece. And the time that we bought them, I posted a story on Instagram. I said, hey guys, if I can get some Elite Trainer Box cases for $700 a piece, and then I turn around and sell them for $750. So you figure shipping is going to be about $20 to $25 per case, and then any other PayPal fee or credit card fee or anything like that, the amount of profit margin that's going to be in there is only going to be like $10 to $15. Would you guys be interested? And I got like 75 people who were like, yeah, I would want to buy a case, because at the time the market was $850, $900 for a case. So I spent a ton of money, bought 25 cases, and made sure that I had those products available at least a discounted price. Otherwise, we try and stick to MSRP if we're buying stuff from our distributor. So like the new wave of Elite Trainer boxes that are coming out soon for Hidden Fates and for Wave 3 of Champions Path, we'll have them up for MSRP. Like, we're not going to go above that unless we have to buy things secondhand or third hand. That's the only time we'll start going above MSRP. The other thing about MSRP is it's a very tough thing to follow when you do have so many scalpers in the industry. So as a business owner, there are very few things that you can do. So we've tried experimenting with other things. We've tried unique mailing lists. We've tried limiting customers. The problem with doing that is, let's say we limit the amount of Elite Trainer boxes that you can buy from Champions Path. So if I set a limit and say that everybody can only order 2 at a maximum, the problem is that I'm taking the amount of orders that I am taking in and basically just tripling them, which means that I'm tripling the amount of work, which means I'm bringing my profit margins by selling at MSRP even lower. So it's very, very tough to regulate because I'm making more work for myself because I'm going to have to pack a lot more orders. And then all of that extra supplies, all of that extra time, all of that extra labor, all of those extra little fees, transaction fees, those all add up. And basically by only limiting customers to 2, I'm actually hurting my profit margins by sticking to MSRP. The other thing a lot of companies do, and I can't fault store owners for doing this, is they follow market pricing. And market pricing makes a lot more sense once a product is already released. So I'm very, very against selling pre-orders above MSRP. I think it's our duty as store owners to make sure that we follow MSRP up until release day. So if a store doesn't want to sell a product at MSRP, at least wait until release day before you hike the price up. But when you have people who are coming in, scalpers who are coming in and buying, 20, 30, 40 cases of a product and then turning around and selling it at their whatever giant markup might be, it's hard for us as business owners to be like, well, if we price this at MSRP, we're actually helping the people who are going to buy 30 or 40 cases at the time because they're getting an outlet to buy a bunch of them at once. So how do we do that? How do we combat that? The other opportunity then is to sell at market value, which is what a lot of store owners do. So when you see your local game store in your area who are selling Elite Trainer boxes for $70 a piece, I can't blame them for that because they're doing that in order to stop people coming in and buying 40 or 50 at a time and then turning around and selling them for $90. So it's a very gray line that we have to deal with as business owners. What we at the Coliseum are trying to do right now, like I said, we're experimenting with unique mailing lists. As far as email goes, we're experimenting with different stories. We're experimenting with different loyalty cards, things that we can do to make sure that we're supplying these to collectors or investors or things like that. Investors are people who we like to service because it does give us that opportunity to supply a larger amount of product, but knowing that they're not going to turn around and flip them right away for a profit. An investor is somebody who takes 10 or 15 cases of Darkness Ablaze and locks it away into a storage closet for 20 years, knowing that they're never going to touch it for a very long time. And we do have some of those people that we love to work with just because we know they're going to be getting a large amount of product and then they're just going to sit on it for a very long time until it goes out of print. I know people who had 200-300 cases of Evolutions that they stockpiled over the years, knowing that one day this set might work out. As people who invest in sealed product, your booster boxes are never going to be less than the day that you bought them. The only time that's ever happened is when they mass reprinted Roaring Skies or when Crimson Invasion pretty much came out, because Crimson Invasion was tough to get rid of at $80 a piece. So these are kind of the weird angles that we have to deal with as business owners. How do we combat scalping? How do we deal with that? Is it okay? Is it not okay? And in my opinion, obviously, it's very much not okay. But what would you recommend we do as business owners to make sure that we limit the amount of scalpers who are taking advantage of our business, and then in turn taking advantage of you as an end consumer? It's just a very, very tough thing to deal with. I think we have a few different things in the works that I don't want to say too loud right now because I don't want to give anybody the opportunity to ruin it, but I think there are some things that we can continue trying. The other thing that we've tried doing before is allocating orders. There's just a lot of different things that we can do and a lot of things that we can't do because we just don't have the manpower to do it. Like I said, it's very tough to do a limit process because it does require a lot more work. So when you're a smaller operation like we are at the Coliseum, it just requires a lot more shipping, a lot more supplies, and it really reduces your profit margin. So those are kind of the different areas. I just wanted to clean up the whole MSRP term because manufacturer suggested retail pricing is not really something that people should worry about too much. Booster boxes, MSRP for them is about $143. If you had to pay $143 for a new release booster box, you would probably lose your mind. You can find them for $90 to $100, so That's like 60% MSRP. So if we were following that Standpoint Champions Path, ETBs should be like $32, which a lot of store owners can't even buy them for. So MSRP is a very confusing term for a lot of people, but before you get mad at your LGS for selling above MSRP, just realize you're probably not giving them $140 for a booster box the way it is. Walmart doesn't even sell their packs at $4 a piece. They sell them at $4.18 a piece, so they're above MSRP on packs. Meijer is a big big like department store that sells above MSRP on everything. I think their Elite Trainer boxes were $55. Their normal Elite Trainer boxes are $45. Their booster packs are like $4.99. So MSRP is suggested for a reason. I really enjoy the fact that some LGSs do follow kind of an in-between pattern where they don't go off market price, but they don't go off MSRP, and they try and stick somewhere in the middle, so that way it prevents scalpers from buying up the market. It's just a tough place to be at, but I wanted to give my opinion and then let you guys know to please comment down below and let me know what you think and try and start up a little bit of a conversation so we at the Coliseum can make sure we're doing whatever we can to combat the issue and give the collectors and the players a fair shot at getting their product at a decent price. So I've rambled a lot, and I'm going to stop talking now because I need something to drink, and you guys are amazing, and I really appreciate all the support. Coming this week, we've got Vivid Voltage set review. We're going to go over whether or not I think that this is an amazing set, and I'm going to let you know right now, I think this is an amazing set, especially from an investment standpoint. It gets me very, very excited, especially with these amazing rares. I'm very excited to see how the pull rates fall for the amazing rares. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about PSA hopefully this week. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, peace.